Hi, this is Kalyan Karmakar, and welcome to Foodocracy Kitchens. Foodocracy Kitchens is where I speak to you about the food cooked across different communities of India, different parts of India. And it's time for the Harvest Festival in India right now in different parts. Yesterday, I spoke to you about some of the harvest food which is had in Gujarat. And then I spoke to people about harvest festivals in Bengal, in Assam, in the east, in Maharashtra, in the west, Pongal in the south, in Tamil Nadu. And today I'm going to get you some stories from the north, from Punjab, but also large parts of the north. And joining us today is our friend Inderpreet Nagpal, who is known by everyone popularly as Rami, not Rumi, but her. She also runs a home chef outfit, which is called Rami's Kitchen, which for some reason I used to think Rumi. But welcome aboard, Rami. Great to have you on board. And it was Lori. So it was
Yes,
Lori for you yesterday. So a very, very special day.
yes, it was a very special day for us, and we all celebrate. Now, in living in Bombay, living in flats, it's difficult to celebrate Lodi. But yeah, in Punjab, Amritsar, we used to celebrate Lodi, and it was like a fun festival to celebrate Lodi.
Yeah, I mean, yesterday when I was speaking to Smita, whom you know about Maharashtrian or about Tanushri, about Assamese or
Yeah,
the Bengali way, or even Chef Rabinanand about the Tamilian way.
yeah,
Lodi Harvest Festivals is a lot about joy. I think this
it is.
entire thing of winter turning to spring, I
It
think
is. It is
the festival.
last day of. It's considered as a last day of winter, and
Yes,
from the next day of Lodi, it's a saying that the summer starts. The winter
yes.
is now, and then it is actually today. After like 2-3 days, it's a sunny day today, and yesterday also was a lot of sun outside. So
Tell
yeah.
me about it, Mumbai and winter. In fact, there's a Buddhist saying which I always quote, which is winter turns to spring. So no matter how hard the situations are, eventually it will turn to spring like a sun. Smile says that. You know, the first time I came across Lori was in Mumbai many years back, maybe 15, 16 years back. We used to live in a apartment in Bandra in Mumbai. And one evening we saw that, and we used to live in the ground floor, we saw that there was a little bonfire outside. And then some of our neighbors came and called us, and then they told us that it's Lodi. So the people in the society had got together, contributed, and there was a little dinner. And then from next year, even we'd contribute and we'd join in. It was a lovely sort of community bonding. And I'm Bengali. My wife is Parsi, so we didn't know about the
Oh,
festival. But there were
okay.
Punjabis there, Sindhis there, Muslims and Maharashtrians, and everyone's just enjoying the thing. That
Actually, in Punjab, all are Punjabis, and it's their own festival, so everyone celebrates. In Bombay, it's a cosmopolitan city. Every religion people in the whole building, you will see 10 types of different religion people, and most important is that everyone celebrates every festival. That's the
yes.
best part. And a lot of societies in Bombay, one of my last society where I was in Bandra, they used to celebrate Lodi and call everyone in the evening downstairs and do a bonfire. So it was good fun celebrating Lodi with the society, inside the societies also. But yeah, I do miss my old Amritsar days for the Lodi.
But what you said about Mumbai is right. So for people who are not from Mumbai, we refer to our apartment complexes as society because of housing society. And
Yeah.
and you're right. So because there are Punjabi families who observe Ganesh Chaturthi, for example, which is more a Maharashtrian festival. But Rami, you're an Amritsar girl. So tell us how Lori is in Amritsar, which is like considered to be the food capital of Punjab.
It is. So Lodi in Amritsar is more of, we start our day as children. We start our day with collecting all the wooden sticks and pieces to, make a big bonfire. And it's a ritual for all the children to go to their friends and families' places and ask for Lodi. So
What is
they
Lori?
go sing a song. Lodi is that. So they go to all the kids. They go to their friends and families' places, and they ask for Lodi. And they in the family or friends they give whether this is a prasad for Lodi. Okay, Kalyan, you're
Oh,
frozen again. prasad like gachak, rebdi, peanuts, mungfali, til ka gachak, all these things is a prasad for Lodi. And we all children used to collect all these things, and the evening we used to put all these things in the bonfire.
So it's a bit like an Indian trick or treat.
Yeah.
It's a bit like.
Yeah.
I had no idea about this. The gajak, of course, is, and they're mainly sesame-based sweets, right?
Sesame. Yes, sesame and peanuts. Sesame and peanuts both. So it's a
Sesame
harvest time. Yeah. So this gachak is peanuts and jaggery. Sugarcane is the harvest time. That time sugarcane comes. So jaggery, you jaggery out of peanuts is there. So all the same things, but in a different ways. Get yeah. So it's the sugarcane harvest time now. So we make jaggery out of sugarcane. So it's a peanuts, and basically the whole prasad thali is with the sesame seeds, peanuts, and jaggery based products. And we collect all these things, put fire, and if we get money, we go and buy the wooden pieces or sticks to burn the Lodi. So that's how the whole culture is, that morning time, and especially when Kalyani are frozen again. So so Lodi, even if there is a wedding in the house, the first child born, first childbirth. So the first Lodi of the childbirth and the first Lodi of the wedding couple, celebrate like a big festival. So do anything. It's just that
about the first child, yes.
Yeah. So the wedding in the house, and the childbirth. So the Lodi is very big festival for them. So naya shadi hua hai means the Lodi celebration in their house is very big. So many times they invite the whole society or the community to come and celebrate Lodi in their house.
So when you say celebrate Lodi, when you said celebrate Lodi, when you said celebrate Lodi, what exactly happens? How do people celebrate Lodi?
So they do the bonfire. That is like a significant thing of Lodi, that they do the bonfire. And then there is obviously the Punjabi music, people dance. We start with the small puja of Lodi. We do the ardas and everything. And then it's a saying that when you finish the puja, you ask for something, and this holy fire it gives you. So the mannat puri hoti hai. That's what they say. Whatever you ask, it's there.
So
one does the puja, small. They pick up all this prasad, put it in the bonfire, and then it's just a song and dancing, nothing else. Yeah. And
so,
then ends with the yum.
So what is the menu like? What is the menu like? You said it ends with yum food.
Yeah,
what is the menu like?
I've made the Lodi thali.
Wow.
Yeah. So can you see?
Yes, I can see.
This is, yeah. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see?
I can see.
So basically, so basically, the first thing which is always there is saag. Saag and makki ki roti has to be there. That is like no point saying that I didn't make or whatever. The saag and makki ki roti is always there.
Sarson ka saag?
Yeah. Saag in Punjab is sarson ka saag. There is no other saag. We have many types of saag here, but in Punjab, saag, many. But their saag means only sarson ka saag. And then because if it's winters, you get fresh peas. Matar wale chawal is
I love
there.
that. Yes.
I mean, the people don't make plain rice. There has to be matar wale chawal. Then shalgam ka saag, that is turnip ka sabzi. And the other thing which is very common in winters is harbara, cholia. I can't tilt it because it's gravy.
But no, don't.
So,
it'll come into my hand. If you tilt it, it'll come yes, tilt it. Go ahead. Yeah. And there's something else also. There's something else in the plate.
Yeah,
something
I'm telling you about I'm telling you about that. So there, the other thing is cholia. We call it cholia, but it's here everyone calls it harbara. So cholia ka sabzi also is very.
Green
cholia, even we burn it. Yeah, we burn it, roast it, and then eat. So that is also very traditional. This is a very, very Lodi related thing called sugarcane rice. So rice, sugarcane juice. It is, this is actually, we make this rice on Lodi day and eat it on day. So there is a phrase saying, Po Riddhi Maag Khadi, means Lodi is the last day of Po month and next month starts with the Maag month. So we make it in Po month and eat it in Maag month. That's how the ritual is there for Lodi, that raw wale, we call it raw. Raw is sugarcane juice. So it's a sugarcane kheer, sugarcane rice kheer.
So it's more like a dessert? More like a dessert.
It's a dessert. It's a kheer. It's a kheer without milk, without ghee. It's a vegan kheer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So
there is no ghee in this. There is no milk in this.
So is there any symbolism to this? Any significance to this?
Yeah, because it's the sugarcane harvest time, right?
No, but you said that it's made in the previous month and then you have it once Maag starts. Is there any significance to that? Any?
Because it's very cooling. This kheer is very cooling, and you make it on 4 day because it's the winter time, and you make it on that day, chill it in the fridge, and next day you eat it because it's nice and chilled and cold.
Wow.
You eat this kheer very thanda, like cold. So that is why earlier, the fridge was not there. So people used to just make and keep it open. And then next day when it's cold and nice, then they eat. That's how the whole thing came up, that you make the Lodi day and eat the next day.
So I must at this point... you're saying of the phrase.
And obviously the white butter, you can't have anything without white butter.
Butter, oh my God, that's a lot of butter.
Yes.
So how do you get it? Do you make your own butter over here?
I make at home. I make butter, curd, ghee, everything. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't buy the...
but the local milk works for you?
Yeah. I buy from the dairy.
Okay.
From the dairy guy, and then it's a full cream milk, so you get good butter because he loves white butter. He doesn't like yellow butter, so he loves white butter.
Yes.
And so I make
it. He's a lovely gentleman.
Now because of the...
At your place. I remember meeting him at your place a few years back. Now, in my chats yesterday, I heard a few things which I was connecting with what you were saying. So, for example, Tanushi was saying that in Assam, there was a culture where the kids would go to each other's houses and get sweets, which sort of correlated with what you said about the Lodi custom.
Yeah.
Then Smita was saying that in Mumbai, the same harbara, the green chana, fresh green chana is consumed, and like you said, it's done choli. Choli? No, choli is black-eyed peas. Chola. Cholia. With a T or with a C.
Choli is black-eyed peas.
Yeah. No, so how do you spell this?
Cholia. Choliya.
Wow.
Cholia.
And then Praveen was saying that in Pongal it's about the harvest and the rice. So in Punjab in winter, I guess the harvest is the sugarcane. Because you said yes.
Mustard.
Mustard.
Mustard, that
So the sarso.
because of that, saag, yeah,
And then
and rice.
sesame. Sesame is a big part in Sankranti in Maharashtra because it's considered to give
Yeah.
warmth, and it's a big thing in Punjab as well.
Yeah, Punjab actually more of jaggery and peanuts. Sesame comes because of revdi.
Bravery.
Like
Yeah, go ahead. Yes.
so
Yes,
here
yes, yes.
in Maharashtra they make Sakranti time til gud.
Till
So
good.
same way we make revdi, that is also til gud like this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is the thing there. So
Yes.
lot of similarities in Lodi and Sankranti, kite flying both ways. Sankranti fly kite, in Lodi time also people fly kites. So a lot of similarities, but yeah, food wise there are a lot of different things you get in Punjab and different.
And is Lori only a Punjabi phenomena or also in other northern states like Rajasthan,
No,
UP?
no, it's more of Punjab.
More of Punjab. So
UP, yes, there are few communities they do celebrate. They count Lodi in UP also, but mostly it's more of a Punjabi festival.
so
Himachal,
primarily
it's
primarily
primarily
Punjab.
Punjab festival. Yeah.
Okay, now I must also tell you a bit about Rami and the work which he does, because I do another series called Foodocracy for where I speak about women entrepreneurs in food and beverages. So Rami is an Amritsar girl. Then, if I remember right, it's after marriage that she left the hometown, and she was in Hyderabad for a bit before she
Yes.
moved into Mumbai. And her love for food made her do festivals, go to events, and so on. And then it's really post the lockdown that you started a serious home chef consistent enterprise, right? If- It's more during the lockdown. It's it's
I lost
it's more
you.
during the lockdown. Okay,
Here also I was doing the catering and small taking orders for small parties. Uh, like 10 people party, I started with that. I started with only breakfast and then slowly increased in that. But I did a lot of pop-ups at home. Because of COVID, I can't do pop-ups. So I started, this was my dream to start, small menu things. So I started with weekly menus, every week different menu. That I started in COVID, and thanks to God, it's been going well. So every week I keep a different menu, different cuisine. Like I did Sri Lankan food, I did Parsi, I did Punjabi. For whole month I did food because it's winters and it's the time for saag and kanji. Okay, I lost you again. It's
Yeah, so I think it's a really wonderful story because the lockdown did bring a full stop to many plans and many sort of things. But I've seen how people have used the
yes.
opportunity which it has given to try something new, and you're a wonderful example of that. And so she doesn't just do Punjabi food. I know she's done Thanksgiving food, and she's done Parsi and Asian, even the Asian crabs. By Asian, I mean Far Eastern. And so on as well. So she does all of that. We've tried some of our weekly food. I remember when you'd send the winter food towards the beginning of winter, like the sarson ka saag, the shalgam ke sabzi, and all that. I shared some of it with a friend of mine who's grown up in Delhi, and
Okay.
she said there was a very home-like feel. Your sarson ka saag. I remember having the keema, the
Yeah.
mincemeat which you'd done with the kulcha, and I had it for breakfast actually. Fabulous. And I must raise a toast to all you've been doing and a kanji toast. So this is, the black currant kanji. So
Like
she's drinking a Patiala peg. I'm drinking a nice Bengali.
being Amritsari, I can enjoy the Patiala peg of kanji.
Yeah, I'm more Bengali, so a bit more measured. But it's a lovely drink. Mm.
Yeah.
So it's basically fermented black stroke purple carrot with mustard and rock salt and so on. I first had it in Sadar Bazaar a couple of years back in Delhi, and this brings back memories. And it's also probiotic. You want to tell the people a bit about this and how you make it?
Yes. So, yeah. So these carrots I get it from Amritsar. It's available in Bombay also now, but it's a fermented water basically.
Yeah.
It's a fermented water with carrot and a lot of mustard and other spices. So it's like very pungent, sour and a bit spicy. Spice is up to you, because some people like it very spicy. I like it little mild, because the mustard flavor is quite strong in that. So this is available. These carrots are available in Amritsar in Punjab just for 2 months, January and February. After that, it suddenly disappears. Anyway, these carrots are rare carrots, and these 2 months are good to make this drink. It's a very it's a saying that इस खाने की तासीर ठंडी होती है या तासीर गर्म होती है. This is a very hot garam taseer wala drink. That is why we drink this in winters. You're sitting in the sunlight, enjoy the cold, and drink this drink. It's really nice. And so basically it's like you keep it in the sun for 3-4 days, and by 5th or 6th day it's ready to drink. You can keep this kanji for 2 to 3 months in the fridge, nothing happens. But yeah, if you want to keep it out, you have to finish in like 10-15 days and it's over.
I'll put it in the fridge, because in air-conditioned Mumbai also it's quite nice to have, even if it's not cold.
Yeah. So I keep it out for 15-20 days. Nothing happens. I have one like 3 months old also. So people, who don't get black carrots, they even make it with beetroot. So they put beetroot for the color, and they put carrots, red carrots as carrots, and then you don't get exactly the same flavor, but yeah, you get the color. You can call it kanji. So because you don't get carrots here, so you have to. Yeah, go on.
No, I'm saying there are various types of kanjis, right? Because I remember a few years back when I was in Jaipur in summer, and I was walking around the Pink City area, and I suddenly saw one guy on the street, and there was a lot of crowd around him. So I went and asked him what they were selling. So there was this young dating couple over there. So they said this kanji, and I said, this is nice. So they said, yeah. And they were looking into each other's eyes. So at that time, anything would be nice to them. But I tried it, and I really loved it. So there was the mustard specks floating around, just as it's floating around on this, and that was more blackish in color, like not black the way Imlika water looks. But
no, so basically the Rajasthan side kanji you get, that is yellow in color. It's deep, nice yellow color kanji, and they make it with the chilawa mustard, the yellow mustard, not the black mustard.
Yes.
They make it with yellow mustard, and they sell. So that's a kanji vada. So it's a
kanji
dal ka vada fried.
The vada was in that, yes. It was very nice.
Yeah. So they fry the dal ka vada, and then they dip in the kanji, and that's how they sell kanji vada. That's a yellow color kanji. It's very tasty. It's not very like this, but with the vada and all, it's very tasty. It's different. So that is a more of Marwadi Rajasthani kanji.
And that's more a summer thing, I think. Or no, that was winter actually. It was winter then. It was winter then, yeah. Yeah, it was winter. It was winter when I went there. Okay, now, Rameen, since the signal seems to be slightly better, can I request you to show that thali once again? Because it was a bit pixelated at that point. So before we finish, I'd like to take advantage of the better signal. Yeah, I can now see it. At that time, I was, oh my God. Okay, I want to. Okay, so let me point out. So this is the shalgam, right?
Yeah. So this is shalgam ka bhaji. This is saag. The food is incomplete. The thali is incomplete without saag and makki ki roti. I don't have makki ki roti right now. So this is saag. We even make saag with mutton or chicken in that. Because on Lodi in dinner, we have one non-veg dish also, whether it's mutton curry or chicken curry. but sometimes it's saag made mixed with
I think I've
mutton.
had the saag mutton made by you. I've had the saag mutton
Yes.
made by you. Very tender mutton,
Yeah.
yes.
So this is the
Peas
pulao,
pulao.
the matar
Yes.
pulao. Yeah, peas
Yes.
pulao. Because nobody believes in making just plain rice.
Yes.
Rice has to be with whether it's jeera rice or something, or this is the pulao. And the butter. And the butter.
the king. And then there's also the raw rice. The sugarcane,
yes,
the raw rice. So look at
rice.
the butter was like the Taj Mahal. And this is the raw rice. Lovely. Lovely. It's just
You
lovely.
have to put butter in your saag. You have to put butter on your makki ki roti. People even eat makki ki roti with white butter and jaggery on top. They just mix it like churi. You make churi out of that and they eat. That is also there. And this is the sugarcane rice. This is basically, made with sugarcane juice. Raw. We call it raw. We make it on Lodi day and eat it on the next day.
The cooling rice.
The cooling rice. Yes. That's how. And
So
the other thing is cholia.
The cholia. Yes, the green, which you gave me a lesson on how to pronounce it. Gajar ka halwa.
Yes.
You see, now tell me what's the difference between gajrela and gajar ka halwa? Last few years I've been seeing people talk about gajrela, if I've got that right.
Yes, it's gajrela. So in Punjab, it is gajrela. It's not gajar ka halwa. Gajar ka halwa. Gajar ka halwa is here. Nobody calls it gajar ka halwa there. That is the reason, gajrela also, there is a way to make gajrela. Gajrela doesn't need any milk. So we don't make gajrela in milk. We make gajrela only in ghee. And in the end, when it's ready, we make lot of khoya. So lot of khoya or mawa in that, and then there is no end to the dry fruits, like bhar ke dry fruits. That's how the gajrela is. But here, a lot of people make it with a lot of milk. It's like, they can't call it kheer, but they cook carrots in milk. So when you eat gajrela, there is always a bite to carrots. But if you make it in milk, that bite is missing. That bite is not. Yeah. So that's how it is.
And hot or cold? How do you like your gajrela? Do you like a gajrela hot or cold? No, I like it cold. So my same friend Shashwati, who loves your food, she was aghast when I was having her gajrela cold. Just because sometimes we have people who don't understand the terms, and we have international folks, or not everyone listening. Can you just explain what khoya is? It's reduced milk, right? When you say khoya.
So it's the reduced milk.
Reduced
or
milk.
mawa is the reduced milk. Yeah, you cook milk on fire for hours, and then if it's a 5 liter of milk, you will get like a big bowl bhar ke khoya. That's how. That's what khoya is.
Wow,
so
5 liter milk. 5 liter milk becomes so much. Wow.
Yeah. So that is why you don't need to add milk in carrots or in gajrela. It's just the khoya is more than enough to, give that consistency, the bite, the texture, everything. So because it's cooked in ghee, you have to heat the gajrela nicely.
Yes.
You can't have cold heat.
No, I come from Bengal, where it's probably made with milk and all, not so much. We are not such a milk-rich state. So it's been lovely chatting with you, and I want to ask you one or two questions before we finish. When I was talking to the other communities about the Harvest Festival, there was also this bit of a concept of discarding the rubbish or everything which bad of the previous year and starting life afresh. Are there any such associations with Lodi as well?
Nothing like that. It's just that here, that is why maybe they say that you're leaving the past behind, or you're discarding the things. No, nothing in Lodi, nothing as such.
Yeah, I think the Punjabi mindset is to chalo, just like, come on, keep living, don't think too much about what went bad. So I don't think you guys need to stress about kya kharab ho gaya, rone dono, let's this thing, now we'll have a fresh start. Punjabis are like, let's,
very
live life
chilled
this down.
out and very, fun loving, that okay,
Yes.
today we need to party, this is the occasion. Dil khol ke party. There is nothing, that's what I think, that there is nothing as such saying that, that we can't eat non-veg for another festival. We eat non-veg for every festival. So it's nothing like we do puja of Lodi, finish the puja, and after that dinner there is one non-veg dish. You have to
Mutton,
eat that.
sag
You have
mutton.
to enjoy your life. Yes, you can't say
And the
that,
sag
I
mutton.
can't eat that. Food or parties are incomplete.
Yeah, we leave the writing of the sad poetry to us Bengalis.
No.
Rami, I want to ask you, towards the beginning, you said that when kids used to go for Lori and all that, then there were certain songs which they would sing.
Yes.
So you know where this is. You know where this is headed, right? I'm going to ask you, can you sing one of those songs to sort of, come on, just for culminating the.
There is a story behind Lodi, that there used to be a daku in olden times, and the daku was doing good things, good for, he was fighting for good cause. So he used to save women, he children, yeah. But there were two girls, which is like, there is a song Sundar Mundriye Ho Tera Kon Bichara. So Sundar and Mundri were two girls. So their chacha was, selling those girls, and that daku saved those girls. And then he found two boys, and un ladkiyon ka shadi kiya usne. So during the wedding, he made a bonfire to do the wedding. That bonfire became a festival of Lodi. Wow. And then he didn't have anything to give it to the girls, no sweet, nothing. We call jaggery a shakkar also, which is the powder jaggery. We call shakkar. He gave a ser shakkar to the girls. That is why the whole song came, Ser Shakkar Pai, Sundar Mundriye Ho. So that's how the whole story is about Lodi, and the song is that. When the children goes to the houses, they say, "De my Lodi, teri jeeve jodi." That's how the song goes.
I'm getting into the rhythm of Lodi. Wonderful. It's such a lovely way to sort of sum up and end up this series of chats we've had on the Harvest Festival. And well, they're saying winter turns to spring, and I think you've given us the beat for that with the song and with a smile. So thank you so much, Rami, and Kanji. Cheers to you.
Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.